This car isn't just a machine, it's a dream that turned into reality. For some people it's just a motorhome, but for the one who earned it, it's the story of a lifetime. This shining brown color isn't just paint, it's the color of hard work, the reflection of countless sleepless nights and silent struggles. When it moves on the road, it doesn't just roll, it glides like ambition in motion. This journey wasn't easy. This car carries the memory of every step taken in faith, every failure that turned into a lesson, every night that whispered keep going when no one else believed. When its engine roars, it's not just the sound of diesel, it's the sound of determination, the echo of a promise made to oneself never to give up. Every curve, every line on this vehicle tells a story, the story of patience, the story of pain that became purpose. It's more than metal, it's a reflection of human strength. When you stand beside it, you can almost hear it speak, telling you that you can do it too, that you can make your life shine just like this if you dare to take one brave decision today. This car reminds you that success doesn't happen overnight, but one day will come when the world will look at you and say yes, that's his day, that's his moment, because he never stopped, he never gave in. The truth about life is simple: if you don't quit, the world can't stop you. This car is proof that dreams never die, only efforts do, and when effort lives on, dreams begin to move just like this motorhome on the open road. Someday your story will move too, and people will say this is the one who made the impossible possible. This road ahead stretches endlessly like a mirror of life. Every turn, every mile is a reminder that the journey never really ends. People think success is a destination, but the truth is it's a road that keeps moving, and only those who have the courage to stay on it discover who they really are. This car didn't reach here overnight. It went through storms, through dust, through silence. It was built not just with machines but with moments of doubt that turned into determination. When the world sleeps, the dreamers drive. That's what this car represents. The late nights, the long drives, the lonely roads where nobody claps for you, yet you keep going because you know the applause will come later. Right now it's just you, the road, and that fire inside you whispering keep moving, one more mile, one more try. The beauty of this machine isn't in its shine, it's in its story. It's the same story we all live through in our own ways. We break, we rebuild, we burn, we rise again. This car is that feeling of victory after 1,000 rejections. It's proof that nothing stays the same forever, not failure, not pain, not struggle. If you keep driving, you'll find your sunrise too. Some people wait for the right time, but the truth is there is no right time, there is only now. This moment, this heartbeat, this chance. The ones who dare to start even when they're scared, they're the ones who end up leading the way, just like this car, cutting through the wind, fearless, proud, unstoppable. And maybe that's what life is all about, not reaching the end of the road but learning to love the drive, learning to enjoy the silence between the miles, to trust the direction even when you can't see what's ahead, because one day you'll look back and realize every turn, every struggle, every stoplight led you right here to the life you once imagined. So if you're watching this, remember, it's not just about having a car like this, it's about building a life that feels like this, free, strong, and full of purpose. Don't wait for perfect days, make them. Don't wish for comfort, create it. Keep driving no matter how far it feels, because the road is waiting for you and so is your destiny. There comes a moment on every long road when silence speaks louder than sound, when the world fades behind you and it's just you and the horizon. That's where this car truly comes alive. It doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't wait for approval, it just moves forward like it was born to chase something bigger than speed, something deeper than destination. You start to realize the truth out here: success isn't about luxury, it's about liberty. It's about building something with your own hands and watching it carry you beyond the limits that once defined you. This motorhome isn't about showing off, it's about showing what's possible when you stop doubting yourself and start believing in the grind. Every engine roar reminds you that power isn't given, it's earned mile by mile, dream by dream. As you drive, the world around you changes, the noise of people fades, the doubts shrink, the road stretches wider, and for the first time you understand what peace feels like. Not the kind that comes from rest, but the kind that comes from progress, because peace isn't found in stopping, it's found in moving. You remember the nights when this dream felt impossible, when people laughed, when you had nothing but vision, and maybe that's the beauty of it all. Those same nights, those same tears are now the fuel that keeps this engine running. Every time you feel tired, look at this car, look at what it stands for, because it's not made of metal, it's made of moments that never quit. You realize that every journey begins the same way: one decision, one step, one ignition, and if you can start, you've already done what most people never will, because most people wait, they wait for confidence, for luck, for the right moment, but you just started. That's why you're here, and that's why this car belongs to a driver like you, not because of where you are but because of what you refuse to stop being. So keep your hands steady, your eyes forward, your faith unshaken, because the world belongs to the ones who keep going even when the fuel runs low, even when the map is unclear, even when the night gets too long. This car, this road, this moment is all a reminder that you are still alive, still capable, still chosen for something great, and as long as you move, the road will always open for you. And then there comes that point in the journey when you don't even check how far you've come, because the distance stops mattering. The only thing that matters is that you're still moving. The wind feels different, it's no longer resistance, it's rhythm. The road no longer feels empty, it feels like home. This car glides like a thought that's finally understood, like a dream that's finally free. You start to see how every failure, every detour had a reason. You realize if life had given you everything easily, you never would have built the strength to drive this far. It's the rough roads that shape the driver, not the smooth ones. And this machine, this masterpiece, it carries the soul of someone who refused to take the easy way, who chose effort over excuses and patience over pride. There's a strange peace that comes when you're alone with the road. No crowd, no applause, just the hum of the tires and the heartbeat of your ambition. That's where real clarity begins, because when there's no one left to impress, you finally start driving for yourself, not for the world, not for the noise, but for the silence that tells you you're becoming who you were meant to be. The headlights cut through the dark like truth through fear, showing you that you don't need to see the whole way, you just need to see enough to take the next turn. That's all faith really is. In this car, it runs on faith as much as on fuel. Every time it moves, it's saying, I believe in the road ahead, even if I can't see the end yet. You think about how far you've come, the miles, the memories, the storms, and you realize this journey isn't about reaching the end, it's about evolving into the kind of person who never gives up, who can sit behind the wheel in the middle of nowhere and still smile, because you know deep inside that you've already made it. Not because you're rich, not because you're driving something rare, but because you're alive, you're moving, and you've learned to turn pain into motion and fear into fire. The world outside may not understand it, but the road does. It always does. It listens, it remembers, and it rewards those who stay true to the drive, because the truth is simple: those who keep moving never really lose. There's something about the night that makes this road feel endless. The lights stretch out like memories of every choice, every mistake, every victory. The engine hums softly like a heartbeat, steady, calm, patient. This isn't about speed anymore, it's about presence, about being here in this exact moment where silence feels heavier than sound. You take a deep breath and watch the reflections glide over the glass, city lights fading behind the horizon, and for the first time you feel it, real peace, not the kind people talk about, but the kind that comes after years of chaos, after nights of questions, after learning that not every battle needs to be fought. Sometimes you just have to drive through it. The steering wheel feels warm under your hands, like it knows the weight of every dream you carried. The road ahead is quiet, but it's alive. It whispers softly, reminding you that the journey never leaves you. Even when you stop driving, it stays inside of you, shaping the way you see the world. You think of the people who never understood why you kept going. They only saw the shine, never the struggle. They saw the result, never the road. But that's okay, because the ones who are meant to understand will see it, not in your words, but in your calm, and the way you move through life without rushing anymore. The car moves slower now, but stronger. There's grace in the motion, every turn deliberate, every mile sacred. It's not about reaching somewhere, it's about becoming someone, the kind of person who no longer needs to prove anything, because the proof is in the patience and the quiet confidence of someone who's already been through the fire and came out shining. The sky above starts to open, a few stars flicker through the darkness, and you realize how vast it all is, how small we are, yet how powerful when we believe. The same road that once scared you now feels like a friend, because it taught you that endings aren't the opposite of beginnings, they're part of them. So you let go of the rush, you let the night hold you, you let the car glide slow, steady, free, because this moment right here, this quiet drive, this feeling of peace after the storm, this is what success truly feels like. Not loud, not bright, just honest, calm, and deeply alive. The road feels softer now, the air calmer, as if time itself has slowed down. The hum of the tires turns into a rhythm, almost like breathing, steady, quiet, familiar. You look out the window and the world feels distant yet close. Every light passing by reminds you of moments you once chased, moments you thought were everything, and now they're just memories floating gently in the dark. You start to understand that maybe the real success was never the car or the comfort or the destination. Maybe it was this stillness, this peace that came after learning what truly matters. The years you spent fighting for more taught you something no wind could teach, that life isn't about what you hold, it's about what you let go of. The noise, the doubt, the fear of not being enough. The engine whispers as if it's alive, as if it knows what you've been through. It doesn't need to go fast anymore, it's seen the rush, it's felt the chaos, and now it moves with purpose. It's almost poetic how a machine can reflect the soul of a human, strong on the outside, quiet on the inside, both built to endure, both made to keep going even when no one's watching. The road stretches endlessly, but you're not counting anymore. There's no pressure, no destination, no need to arrive. You realize that this drive isn't about getting somewhere, it's about staying connected to the journey itself, to that space between who you were and who you're becoming. You see the marks of old tires on the road, and it hits you. Every person leaves something behind, not just dust, but proof that they lived, that they moved. You rest your hand on the dashboard and smile softly. This car once symbolized ambition, now it feels like reflection. It's no longer about escape, it's about return to yourself, to simplicity, to meaning. You think about all the versions of you that once existed, the one who wanted to prove something, the one who was lost, the one who almost gave up, and you realize they're all still with you, sitting quietly in the passenger seat. The sky has turned darker now, the stars wider, the world silent. There's nothing left to chase, because somehow you've already arrived, not at a place but at a feeling, the peace of knowing you did your best, that you kept going, that you became someone worth believing in. And as the car moves slow, steady under the quiet night sky, you finally whisper to yourself, this is it, this is what it means to be free. The road begins to fade into the distance, the stars above seem to lean closer, as if they've been watching this whole journey, waiting for this moment, the final stretch, the calm after every storm you've survived. The car moves quietly now, slower than before, but somehow heavier with meaning. Every vibration vibration feels alive, every breath deeper, softer, real. You glance at the rear mirror and see nothing but a blur of lights and time. The past is there, but it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just part of the road, a story that led you here. You smile not because you reached the end, but because you finally understand there was never an end at all. There was only this feeling of peace, the kind that comes when you stop running and start being. The car glides through the cool night air, headlights touching the road like hands tracing memory. You can almost hear the echo of everything you've been through, every voice that said you couldn't, every moment you wanted to quit but didn't, and now you know why, because you were meant to reach this silence, this stillness that feels like truth. You rest your hand on the wheel, the hum of the engine steady like a heartbeat. There's no more rush, no more proving, no more need to be seen. You've become the person you once dreamed of being, not perfect, not finished, but real, strong, quiet, alive. The car slows, the road widens, the sky opens, and you breathe for the first time in years, not with pressure but with peace. And as the night deepens, you whisper softly, almost to yourself, the words you once needed to hear. It was never about reaching the end, it was about learning how to keep going, how to trust the road, how to love the drive. This isn't goodbye, it's a beginning, a promise that no matter how far the road goes, you'll always keep moving, because you were never meant to stop. You were meant to live free and alive forever on the open road.